it's George here from Envision on our latest episode of Brews and Buzzwords. I'm here today with a very special guest, David Giffen, who is an award-winning author, keynote speaker, and coach, and the founder of the 403LC. I believe I said that right, and we'll get into what that means in a minute. David joins me today, and we are going to talk primarily about resilience in life and how that translates to resilience in the workforce. So thank you very much for being here, David, and having this conversation with us. I think it's a super important topic, especially when we're talking about mental health and substance abuse issues. And, you know, we are all facing certain challenges in life. I think that's a good way to put it. And obviously it doesn't stay in the home all the time. It does translate into the workforce. So really intriguing conversation. So thank you for being here.
It's good to be here, George.
Very much appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, and then, you know, we'll get into some of the resiliency conversation and what truly is a resiliency expert. It was really intriguing when you and I were speaking earlier.
Well, I've told a story at almost every juncture of my life, from sometimes as a teenager to my times as priest, as a preacher that I spent 10 years as, and then as a crisis worker, working in a rapid access addiction medicine clinic, responding in the middle of the night with police. And I've told this story over and over again, and it seems to really resonate with people. And the story goes like this. There's a guy walking down the street in the wrong part of town, and he stumbles and he falls into a hole. And the walls are so steep that he can't get out. He's yelling, he's crying, he's screaming. First guy walks by. It's a cop. And the cop notices he walked past a line he shouldn't have, so he throws him a ticket down in the hole. Then a doctor comes along, and the doctor sees he's in pain, so he writes him a script for pain medication and throws it down the hole. Then a priest comes by, writes out a prayer, throws it down in the hole, and he moves on too. But then a very particular type of friend comes by, maybe a coach. And he jumps down in the hole with our guy. And our guy says, "Are you stupid? No, we're both down here." But the coach says, "But I've been down here before, and I know the way out." And that story again and again, whether it's at a wedding or a funeral or a baptism, or with someone who has just experienced deep trauma in their life in the middle of the night on a 911 call, that story resonates with people because it reminds us we're not alone. And that's the key to resiliency, is connection.
Right. And I think that is a very profound, unique story that will resonate with a lot of people. So in the story, the individual jumps in and helps this individual because they know the path out, because they've likely been there. And I think oftentimes we fail to realize that we're not in things alone.